Baby Blue Diamond, BBD, T1 and D live at 5. Yeah, I know you feel it.
Is it still live?
What up, Ben? Yeah, we getting it together, Ben. Give us a minute. Give us a minute.
In the meanwhile, man, check out this fly ass jersey.
Sit down.
You know what I'm saying? It's good to have shit that nobody else has. Remember that. That's why when you go to the club and you see about 20 niggas and about 15 chicks and they all got the same logo on. That's the stupidest shit to me. To me, that's stupid as fuck.
That happened a lot in high school.
For real?
Yeah, like when them Dub Zeros came out, the orange and white, like the little jerseys. They were like all white and the line of them was orange.
That's not it.
Is that the one with the little hologram on the back? Bro?
Nah, I'll pull it up.
In high school,
all of this.
Oh, thank you, Ben, for tuning in. We're trying to get it together. Yeah. We're getting it together.
This one right here goes out to the 210. This is for all the real hustlers and the people that's been wondering where we been. Well, we back, baby. We didn't really go nowhere, but we back, baby. And we back with DJ Baby Blue Diamond, BBD, T1 and D live at 5. Yeah, I know you feel it. We do this here for all the parents and the children. Grinding for better, sending praises to the ceiling. Well, you asked, I guess it's time that we see, there's a difference between copy and really being authentic. Most can play the game well, but they not really in it. See, that's the story of my life. I was the underdog. Then I found myself and found my voice. Now I'm in front of y'all, doing it big for the tone, for the bros, for the hustlers and the Joes and everybody in between. I can't explain how I be feeling till I feel it, but the way that I've been lately, don't think I can be defeated. Forget the season, all summer, winter, spring, and fall I'm eating. Forget the reason, just believe me when I tell you that I'm ready. And if I call you on the celly and you really my friend, better receive me.
Oh yeah,
Right beside you.
Right beside him. Oh my damn.
Stop with it, dude.
I'm letting y'all know I wrote this. I wrote this. I say, yeah, it's Mr. Lots of 5, but I'm better on this beat. And it's bitch with all my niggas and we ready for the feast. Yeah, I heard we got some beef, but I'm ready to eat. We handle shit real quick on this damn Tory street. Niggas lying through their teeth. They really want to be me. Turning niggas into Hindus when I aim their every. Yeah. Shout out to D with the bars.
Oh my God.
Reporting live. This is Jeff Bozo reporting live from the east side of San Antonio, as I presume, where the most gangster of the gangsterest shit goes down. Hey, what the fuck? Who the fuck is it? Hey. Bruh, you need to get out this. Bruh, get out the studio. Hey man, I'm just trying to make you. Get the fuck out. Nah, see, what you not gonna do? You're not gonna push me out. Chill. I got this. Bruh, get the fuck out. I'm not even playing with you. Oh, I ain't ready. Head ass, boy. I'm on it right now. Look. Bald head, scallywag. Ain't got no hair up on your head, but you got on your back. Wonder if you got something under your nutsack. Ew, hold up, wait, pause. Had to switch it up. Hold up. Yeah. I'm still tipping on fofos like I'm Paul Wall. Had to switch my flow, I'm banging on her four walls. I know you like how I switch that shit. Damn, you know all these rappers I be killing it. No, you ain't got no balls, but you from the east side. I think that's funny, cause I know just how you really ride. Say you know some killers and dealers, but that ain't really true. And I know some dudes that'll fold you just like a chip. Origami, I'm just playing, had to switch it up one time. Now you call yourself Mr. Live, goes at 5. Now you won't will you where's what? Hold on, we ain't even asked for that. So why you keep talking trash? Why you keep talking this and that like you really on it? Had to switch the flow up, now it's really potent. I'm balanced here just like a trampoline. I'm about to get on, it's Mr. Clean. Now, I don't even know what made you do what you do. You keep hopping from show to show, coast to coast, you know what I'm saying? I'ma have to break it down a notch, you feel me? Boy, you.
Man.
That's why she was hiding the last time.
It really was. That's like.
I'm like, why she been all suspect with the laptop?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy T1.
It's your girl DJ Baby.
It's your boy Mr. Not Live at 5 in the building.
If we tune into Where You At, shout out to my homie Amaru for doing the diss track against the homie T Live at 5.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I told her.
I can tell by the voice. I recognized as soon as he started. I was like, that sounds like him. I heard his song. You were playing his song.
It's not hard to find rappers. You know, rappers, all you need is motivation. That's all. But yeah, shout out to him for dropping the diss track. You know, we have to prank each other. The first, cause if you don't know, D is always saying in December he's dropping a diss track on everybody. So we had to drop one on him first. I just want to say we love pranking people. We first pranked Travis. Now we prank D
y'all got me
with the diss track. And I'm next, so I'm kind of scared to voters. If you want to make sure that they don't go too hard on me, be on my side, because you know, if it wasn't for me, they would not be on the platform.
Definitely not. No,
but
look, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be on this platform. But then we would be on another platform, and this would be even worse.
It would be still Mr. Not Live at 5. Check out Mr. Not Live at 5 at 9 o'clock. Now you got a shirt. Now you need a shirt with your picture on it that says Mr. Not.
And then see, look, I heard it, but then I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, wait, they say what? Mr. Not Live at 5. Like, oh, and then I heard the words. I'm like, oh,
it's a distance.
It's a distance.
While we're talking about music, I don't know if y'all saw the Fat Joe versus Ja Rule versus. I didn't see all of it. I saw bits and pieces, but I do know Fat Joe has said some bad things about.
Hold on first. Can we get to the music part first?
Okay, let's get to the music part first. Go ahead.
I respect what Joe did for Ja last night.
Which is
like making them relevant.
Making them relevant.
Okay, yeah.
I respect that because Ja's been like kind of the ass of a joke for the past like 6, 7
That's what
years.
50 saying.
Not even just like with I mean that's just an ongoing. It's almost like okay.
Now he been petty.
Like grumpier old men type shit. Yeah. But like even with the whole what was that Fire Fest shit?
Oh yeah, that too.
He was attached to that, and you know. Musically, he hadn't been relevant in a long time, but Joe has. Joe's been very consistent since he's been out.
That was the Netflix, the thing on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
So,
but who do you feel
Joe
like?
being the dude that he did, he know Ja catalog is better than him.
Oh, of course.
So he threw his brother a bone. I respect.
Then when they had that song "What's Love," you know, all three of them was on there.
That's what I was about to say when they was doing the verses. I'm like, they got quite a few songs together, don't they?
Yeah. They do.
Like the last song was New York and Kiss came out.
Yeah, Jada Kiss.
Okay.
But
I didn't see the.
But Fat Joe has said some words to Lil Mo and Vita. Apparently, Ja Rule was introducing Lil Mo and Vita, and Fat Joe had called them some names and some choice words, and Lil Mo did not like it and got upset. And Remy Ma was like, "Calm down. It's not what you think it is. We got love for you." And Lil Mo told Remy Ma, "You can't tell me how I'm supposed to feel." They were going back and forth.
I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah, this all happened.
Yeah,
today.
all that happened.
All of it happened today.
Oh, for real? Yeah. But the verses was last night.
Well, the verses was last night. Ja Rule made it. I mean, Fat Joe made his comments last night, but Lil Mo made a statement.
Oh, okay.
But
she only made the statement after he went with the apology.
Exactly. He apologized.
That's when she said, "Hey, I need a sincere apology." Right. That's when Remy Ma stepped
"Calm down,
stepped in it and talking about, you know, it ain't even like the X, Y, and Z. Come on now, you know how it is. You know how he is for real like that. And that's when, like she said, Mo said what she said. Oh, she pretty much told her, like, fuck out of here.
Exactly.
You know?
But we got new verses coming up. Man,
is that set in stone?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know if it's set in stone, but Diddy is calling out Jermaine Dupri. So Def versus Bad Boy. I want to know your comments first. You ain't saying nothing. You got to talk if you're going to be on podcast. You can't just be silent. You know, it's always the light bites. Light bites just want to sit there and be silent.
Hold on. Don't do this now.
Say something. What do you feel like Diddy, So Def versus Bad Boy? What do you feel like got more hits?
More hits, like overall?
Well, not more hits. Okay, I don't know. Can we call it hits?
Because Jermaine Dupri would be.
I would say Jermaine because
he's a producer. He's considered a producer, right?
He said he didn't want to go against Jermaine Dupri. He only wants to go against JD, which is stupid.
Because JD don't have music.
P. Diddy. Last night, Jermaine Dupri was trying to get up the whole verses going.
Right.
P. Diddy just pretty much just sidestepped him on. Was like, nah, he don't have enough hits. Only person that could be close to that would be Drake.
Right.
T.I. came out with his feedback and was like,
okay, that's what that was about.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, everybody in New York just feel like y'all just above everybody in the South.
Well, because Jermaine Dupri really don't have songs by himself, so you can't just do Jermaine Dupri versus Diddy.
But Jermaine Dupri is
Dre don't have songs.
Dre
just don't have songs by himself either.
No, I said Diddy got songs by himself, but Jermaine Dupri don't really got
songs by himself.
Jermaine Dupri got songs.
Yeah, a couple, but not as much as Diddy.
Diddy got 2 albums.
But he's not a producer. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Who?
P. Diddy ain't no producer.
He's not.
Going against Jermaine Dupri, that's an actual producer, or
with
Dre.
Escape or
just 2 albums from Dre. One of Dre's artists, his whole catalog.
Yeah.
We'll put, sadly to say, B.I.G.'s album just to shame. So I'm like, it'd be a smart move. He wants to just avoid that. Yeah. But
right.
Come on.
Is there anybody? I know we always ask this question. Anybody that haven't done the verses that you would like to see?
I haven't seen who. But the only ones that's left is
not just music wise, but not just music wise. It could be comedy wise. It could be anything wise.
Comedy would be hard. You would kind of pretty much be like, okay, you go up there and you do a set for 30 minutes.
What if we did improv versus improv? You think that would be
comedy, though, right?
Well, it is, but like, wouldn't that be like, I don't know, like.
I would want to see that more like a face-off type situation, like you know how they do like in battle rap.
Oh, kind of like when they do Wild Style.
Yeah, like I would find comedians going back and forth talking shit
Like they used to do with Monique and them.
Like just like how they do like on a round table type shit. And they just. But it sounds like regular but it sounds like regular conversation.
You know what I want to see?
They would take over.
Have we had DJs versus DJs?
Oh. I think they used to do that somewhere in another state. Like
no, I'm talking about on versus platform. DJs versus DJs. So.
I mean, you think about it.
Cause you got DJ. Cause you know all these DJs, they be producing mixtapes, all this.
Oh, you mean like that?
Like DJ.
You can do that.
Like drama.
Yeah, you can do that. As long as you do actual back to the streets. DJ versus DJ.
Hey, look, drama can just play one of Wayne.
That shit is a rap.
Man,
DJ Drama versus DJ.
Drama got some of the best ones. Drama got Killer Calion.
Exactly.
Drama got Kevin Gates. Drama got
the
Wayne.
The whole gangster cruise mix.
Yeah,
that's why you gotta play. It's game over.
I don't know how many people that like.
Ain't so many people fucking with Drama, dog.
Exactly.
DJ Clue, but even then, this is old.
DJ Clue old stuff. Yeah.
I don't know too many like relevant DJs.
No.
What about
some young ones? But I don't know. They got the. Yeah.
He said DJ.
I mean, Khaled.
Yeah, DJ Khaled. But is Khaled a DJ?
I don't know if he a DJ.
He started off.
He started off as a DJ.
He still could on the table.
Yeah, he can cut.
Okay, he started off as.
But does he have? He don't really have hits as a DJ. He has hits as a producer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't think a DJ will have hits because he's the one just breaking the record.
Yeah,
that's true.
Putting compilation.
Yeah, so it would be kind of.
So I guess
but he would be like DJ Drama. Because DJ Drama is a DJ, but then
they're in the same line.
So that would be the only
one.
Maybe
in the same category as Diddy though. Same thing Khaled does, the same thing Diddy was doing.
That is true.
He was remixing and he put stuff together like
he's the front man.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. This is off the top. Why is it cool for us to let DJ Khaled say nigga so much?
Do ya?
Is he black?
Nah, he ain't black.
No, I know Fat Joe says it.
He's like Arabic.
Fat Joe's black too, right?
He's like Arabic. Fat Joe's like Puerto Rican or Cuban or something.
Puerto Rican, they're more closer to black, so he's allowed to say
it. Too.
That Prince can say it too, but
they just got
I ain't never heard Khaled say it.
We the best, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know he said that. I ain't paying attention like that.
That's the first thing that popped up. I'm like, at first I'm listening, but then after a while I'm like, why is he saying like,
yo, you know I got to go back now.
Me too. That's what I'm thinking in my head now.
On that,
go to I'm So Hood.
I'm So Hood. There you go.
Oh yes, he does.
Right there at the beginning.
Okay.
I mean, he don't say it.
Hey, so the council coaches just got to it yet. That's all that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think when he was doing it, council culture was popping like that.
This is 08 talking about.
Yeah, now I think.
Well, speaking of cancel culture, I'm bringing it to because we talk about cancel culture. So I don't know if you noticed, if you saw this, but they mentioned how we were okay with what's her name, Normani dancing on
at the award
show. She was dancing on what's her name?
I don't know who the chick was.
Oh, you talking about
bear with me. The trick. She sings.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Tiana.
So she was dancing on Tiana Taylor.
What's
we were cool with it.
No,
Listen, we were cool with it, but we're not cool with Lil Nas X performance.
Goddamn right.
First of all,
we heterosexual.
Here's the thing. And my wife had to explain this to me.
Go ahead.
Lil Nas X is
everything the heterosexual community has said about homosexuality since we were children, he's thrown it back in their face.
Yeah.
He's a troll. He's gay. Yeah, he's gay for sure. Yeah. But he's turning the joke back on people that on everything he heard all his life. He's trolling everybody.
That's the Tekashi formula. I feel like he opened the door for a lot of folks. It's a lot of people that's in like in the troll world. They saw the formula and they're running with it.
Yeah.
As soon as you say something crazy about Lil Nas X, he blows up 10 times more than
especially when Lil Boosie says it.
And see, he came in. Nobody knew it. He came in, got his popularity and all that shit. Then he said it.
Yeah.
Now he already in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. Now he got a hold right now.
You got
that community gonna back him. He ain't gonna lose with that community behind him.
No, he's not. And you have the backing of descendants of Dolly Parton.
And then you
Lil Nas X is untouchable. When you got Dolly Parton Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Right.
And he put the stamp on Old Town Road and did it with him.
Right.
Man.
Lil Nas X is untouchable. It don't matter what nobody got to say about Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is good out here.
It's gonna just have to let him die out. That's
is it really an issue? Because you see people like Erykah Badu that's, you know, taking pictures with him. He had like it was just something that was just posted from this Sunday from
I don't think people got a problem with him being. I don't think people got a problem with him being gay. I think it's just a display of it. Yeah, like he want to dance. He want to dance naked on the stage or be in a shower with a bunch. Like, okay, my kids don't watch BET Awards or they don't even know who Megan Thee Stallion is or none of that shit. So if I don't want my kids to see the Tiana Taylor and old girl dancing together. It's not appropriate for them at a certain age.
So my question is always, I always hear parents say that, but at the end of the day, our kids is just like how we was when we were kids. We walk outside that door, our parents don't know what we doing. We could tell our parents, hey, we listen to such and such. Oh, I don't know that, but are we teaching our kids what to prepare for when this stuff comes in their face?
Oh, we talked about them with the Lil Nas X.
You know
I asked my son, my wife asked my son, you listen to Lil Nas X? My son was like, no. He was like, have you ever heard any of his music? He was like, the Old Town Road. And she was like, okay. My daughter, I can tell, they on YouTube, they're on my account. So I know what they're looking at. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no radios in their room. When they're in the car with me, they're listening to a podcast.
Or Killer Cadillac.
If I play some
old Houston rapper that hasn't came out with a hit since 1992.
The disrespect, Killer Cadillac didn't drop plenty hits still. What you talking
about? She don't know.
I know. It's a joke because that's all he is.
That's kill my era.
But see, I can listen
all these
to
old people talking
in the car because 97% of his music is not cussing.
Yeah.
You know, so I can do that. But like we don't listen to the radio.
I'm gonna start listening to Killer Cadillac. I ain't never listened to him before, but when he dropped that little one freestyle he did, Killer Cadillac, he dropped a lot of freestyles on his Instagram. That's what makes me pay attention to him.
Yeah, he talk about a lot of good subjects.
He do.
Most of the other stuff you guys are talking about now.
Yeah,
he do.
Touch points on those.
He does. That's what made me follow him.
Yeah, but like he was saying, like right now, Lil Nas right now got the run that 50 Cent was having. Like at one point, you couldn't. Jay-Z was saying we got to sit back and wait for it to, you know what I'm saying? He took over.
But before it took over, Jay-Z warned people.
Yeah,
he said this is the time to flood your music, and they didn't listen. And then 50 Cent came and boom.
And Lil Nas X he came in with the right song. It was a familiar song. Everybody knew it. He got
it was country. It was hip hop.
You know,
even the country
people.
He got the black lag. The country people at the award show, at the country award show, was like, no, that is country music. All them white people was defending him.
Let me ask you this: do you think they will allow him the stuff that he's doing now
perform at the country
music awards?
No. Hell no.
But nobody will frown upon it because they gotta understand it. They gotta understand it. This ain't what it's about, and we're not gonna let you come in and fuck up our shit. We so open. We let anybody in. Like you can come in and just be doing shit, and people be like, "Yeah, I fuck with that. I like that beat."
Okay, this is my
thing. Yeah. Few years ago probably, but now how things is going now with the entertainment world, they do anything now just to do something. And I feel
it's
like
literally anything.
Even with Nas X, I was just looking on ESPN. There was a football player from the Raiders. He came out.
Yeah, the game
player, which kind of threw me off because I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, just get out there and play football. Nobody really knows or has to know all that.
Exactly.
Now I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but are you just doing that for the attention, for clout, just to get you going? No,
yeah, because nobody comes out and say, "Hey, man, my name is DeAnthony. I play for the Houston Texans, and I'm a straight man." I just wanted everybody to know.
Like,
they looking at you like,
you know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck.
Okay, I have a question. So I have a question. So,
we don't give a fuck.
Can you play?
My thing is, okay, so anyone who makes comments about Lil Nas get flack for it, but if you perform and do a song with him, they don't get flack for it. I wonder why no one's mentioned okay, Jack Harlow performed.
Well, they did try to come to Jack Harlow.
They did.
At the same time, he don't really care about it. He made it.
Right, he's trying to make money. Like so we on the outside. We got in the entertainment world. So we got our opinions about it.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow is trying to make some money. If he see Lil Nas X is a hot topic right now, I'm gonna do a song. That's smart. It's just business. At the end of the day, it's business. Now in the future, with it, he don't care about it. He's doing it right now.
So did he say he was gay before Nas did the song with him, or was that after?
That was before.
Yeah, that was before.
Like even with Old Town, like nobody knew it.
He came out after Old Town.
He came out on that podcast
with Kevin Hart.
In
the barbershop.
LeBron James
podcast.
Like the first season.
He
came out. Then Kevin Hart was like, everybody didn't know Kevin Hart because like he was drunk. He was overtaking the conversation. Like, man, nobody, like he was saying, nobody should care and you shouldn't care what nobody thinks. Live your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they flipped it on Kevin Hart. Oh, why you didn't let him speak? And Lil Nas X is just there to get some knowledge. He just there to see if people got his back. But it's like I say, I have no problem with him living the way he lived. It's the visuals.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Okay, well check this out, right? And I just said that, like, and as we were sitting here, I was thinking about it. You know how the heterosexual community, we don't necessarily want to be thrown in our face.
So flamboyant.
Right. Flip that around.
As far as like
for years, for centuries, how people have been feeling like how they've been feeling, the homosexual community, most have been living all their life like that, but they had to kind of keep that secluded.
Yeah.
So to them, we've been throwing our values,
right,
and everything at them.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the homosexual community we've had our time, like in totality, we've had our time.
Yeah.
It's just.
But when haven't they had time though?
You said what now?
When haven't they had time though?
I mean, not necessarily without the fear of getting
like backlash.
You feel what I'm saying? Like back when we was coming up, if somebody came out, they was gay. It was liable. Somebody was gonna do something. So
definitely in the '90s.
You feel what I'm saying? No matter, especially in the '90s, no matter
where you drop no rap if you was that type of artist, they'd already put you in R&B.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah,
so
yeah, Charlie Boy, you're the same.
So that I just sat there and looked at it. I was like, damn. It was like that's. I mean, they human. You know what I'm saying? They human and people just like that. Like I'm sure that's how they felt. Yeah. When they couldn't outwardly express themselves.
Right.
I'm sure that's how.
I'm pretty sure it's the same as when women couldn't vote and all that stuff. You know, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I just hate when they try to make how the black struggle and the LGBT struggle. How they try to make it the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Y'all, they got their trials and tribulations. Our trials and tribulations started fucking in ancient times. It was like a whole different ball game, and I'm pretty sure they still had slack back then. I'm pretty sure it was frowned upon because there was an understanding of population. We need to populate. Our seeds need to grow. Right. That the only thing that I see happening is more, and I'm only speaking about black men. The black man is openly gay. Like I said, I have a problem, but they gotta understand, y'all stopping our generation from growing. Y'all stopping, like, eventually it's gonna come to it. Like your last name is your legacy. Right. So if I'm like the last of my dad, I'm my dad's only child. If I was gay, the legacy stops with me. Like that seed doesn't go on. You know what I'm saying? It's not no legacy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I say, you gonna live your life regardless. That's why I don't. If somebody say they gay, I'm like, all right, cool. As long as you don't fuck with me and try to force your shit on me, I have no problem with it.
So a guy told me the other day, I always ask that because I always said the same thing. But
you said who told you the other day?
It was a guy at my job.
Oh, you say God?
Nah, but it was a guy at my job. Like I told him the same thing, and he was just telling me like, at the end of the day, it's still disrespectful. Like you should come out and tell somebody, hey, as long as you don't fuck with me, I'm gonna cool with you. That's still like throwing something in their face.
Yeah.
You know you ain't gay. You know you're not. That's something you.
But see, I wouldn't. Me as a straight man, I wouldn't force straight shit on him. So I would want to know if you gay or not. I don't want to go to you gay, and I'm like,
and trying to
this
lift
chick
you
got
up. I know, trying to lift you up with
and
somebody.
He's uncomfortable with it.
Let me lift you up into this.
But most gay guys, they know. Like, bro, trust me, they know if you gay or not. They even know the people that.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, my wife worked with somebody that knows. She was like, all these dudes that come in here with these tattoos on their faces and shit like that. It was a dude that worked with him. He was like, I mess with him.
You ain't gonna lie, man. Look,
so
I ain't ashamed. I got a homeboy that's gay. He one of the homies that's cool and the whole nine. But it be times we'll be out at the bar and this thing be like, yeah, you know, such and such, he who you think he is. I'm like, what? He be like, yeah, for real, look.
See, that's what he was gonna say. I want to know what he was gonna say. What was he gonna say?
For real. In our rap world and our music community, you'd be surprised.
Surprised.
I ain't gonna spread these
in the hood. You be surprised in the hood.
And I've seen, I'll be like, dang.
Pimp C used to talk about it all the time though. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna kind of piggyback what he said as far as like the legacy thing. You know, like being a parent. You know, what I'm saying, having a daughter. Like it just pretty much, like you said, the legacy. It starts with you, and then your kids after on. So it's like even with the whole homosexuality thing, now it's like how we grew up in the 90s and different things. It's like you kind of see a whole different drastic change from music to, you know, cartoon television. Now it's like they're putting gay things everywhere, and it's like you need to give that child an option of bringing, okay, let me choose my own path, not force it.
That's
and
what
I think that's where it draws the line where like we don't have no problem with it, but when you're forcefully shoving it down my throat in the point where I can make up my own mind, now you got me thinking this is the normality of it.
Now the Nickelodeon.
Well, that's what I like about Raven Simone, because she said that Raven Simone said that the producers of Raven's House hit her up and wanted her to be a gay mom, and she said no. She shut that down. She said, I can be a single mom, but I'm not going to be a gay mom. So she shut that down.
Because they wanted her to
act like her life.
Yeah, her to blend her real life in with her with her work. And she was like, no, she was like, that's Raven. Yeah. Like, yeah, this is Raven Simone. Raven Baxter is a character.
Exactly.
Like the two are not gonna mix. And
wait, Raven Simone's gay?
Yeah.
She's married. Everybody knew that she was gay.
Bro, for years.
I didn't know. I didn't for years.
Bro.
So before
No. She was on Oprah show. She did an interview on Oprah, and Oprah asked her what you are, and she said, "I'm just a human who loves another human." Or something like that.
I know she said she's not black.
Yeah, she said that too.
Shout out to Nate. You're right. Okay.
Shout out to Nate McGarry. He said, "Forget Raven." Yeah, I said, "Forget you, Nate." You don't want to even ask.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
Oh, and Nate said she's bi. Nate, she's not bi, and she don't want you. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
I tell you this though. For her to.
Orlando would say he gave the whole bi.
No. She gave him that.
Oh, yeah. He gave her the.
That dude, yeah, man. And you know what? I don't think he lied. I don't think he lied.
Out of all people, Vlad did an interview. I know he was the one that
oh shit! I didn't say that.
Man,
I don't think he was lying either.
Man, you ever met a crackhead on Extra Crack Guys on Orlando Brown?
They did a number on him.
Gave him the.
Yeah,
I think he was on that stuff.
He was.
I'm saying though, you know, most of the kids that started off in that Disney, Nickelodeon, them young, they all like a lot of them like end up because like you don't want to think that it's people that
it's a small few that don't like Tia Tamara and their brother did it, but it's a small.
I mean, shit, Nick.
Well, you see where their careers went too.
Nick, yeah,
that's true.
Their careers
and a lot of them started off
Randy, like Ray J,
Miley Cyrus was on there too.
Miley. Drake, poor Drake. Drake from Drake and Josh. Now he over here grooming 13-year-old women.
Yeah, the only person
what?
From
Drake from Drake and Josh is grooming 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Mickey Mouse.
He's on trial right now too.
That was all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That industry.
Forget you, Nate. Look, Nate sent pictures of him and Raven. We don't care, Nate. We don't care.
I got the proof.
He got the proof. We don't care. So, Nate, did she give you that one, Bob?
Let us tune in next episode.
Let us know next episode. We're gonna find out.
Oh, that's crazy,
man. But another topic we want to talk about is history. You know, they always been trying to erase our history for years. To this day, trying to erase our history. They don't want to talk about it at schools, anywhere. Man, so D sent us this video. We're gonna watch this video, then we're gonna talk about it. Hopefully it comes out clear. I don't know. Stop playing Wi-Fi, but knock it up, and don't think we're not stealing Wi-Fi.
So if the video don't play, just go to my Facebook page.
He shared it on his Facebook page and watch it. We're gonna talk about it. So let us know.
Conversation and legislation against critical race theory had nothing to do with critical race theory. They wanted to stop the teaching of actual history in the United States of America. Now, the Senate in Texas, they have passed a bill to stop the teaching of civil rights. Yeah, that's what the Senate has done. Texas Senate bill passes to remove required lessons on civil rights movements from the public curriculum. Public schools in Texas are now one step closer to no longer being required to teach about various American civil rights movements in social studies classes. I told you this was the intent of all of this misdirection about critical race theory. Had nothing to do with an advanced theoretical framework formalized in the 1970s and was here well before that. Had nothing to do with it. It had everything to do with a false pretext of critical race theory to create a context to get critical.
And that's in Texas.
So go ahead, break it down so people do that.
So my wife, you in the school, you in so my wife is she's a history and social studies teacher. So basically, all the writings of Martin Luther King, all the great civil rights leaders that was they taking all that out of textbooks, all of it. Like literally, they pretty much saying we don't want to teach about that because it's kind of like a stain on American history. But what the hell is American history without that? Like, what you gonna teach Columbus?
Lies.
You still gonna teach Columbus?
Brittany Perry said we should be teaching our children on our history anyway. They were barely teaching it and incorrectly at that.
That's definitely true. And I said we getting closer to getting the homeschool. Like
they don't teach the kids what happens with that. Like with my parents, they always taught me everything besides the book, right? So when I came into class, Texas history, for example, history.
Yo,
that's
what my wife teaches, right?
Weird. My wife. So I would always be in there correcting the teacher, like, "No, sir, Papa showed me blah blah blah," and he'd be like, "Well, can you prove it?" After a while, I got smart. Over the weekend, I wrote a paper up and showed them everything. They damn near wanted to suspend me. Yeah, so, but
it's just like you going against the pharmaceuticals. It's the same thing.
Crazy, but we don't really teach our kids like, "Hey, yeah, I'm a teacher at home, but when you go to school, how you supposed to?"
And see, the thing is, when they teach about slavery, they not teaching.
See, lucky my mom was a teacher, so I didn't have to worry about disputing the other teachers because I knew what was right, what was wrong, and like you said, she taught us everything. Right. We do Kwanzaa every year. Most people say don't do that. I celebrate every Black holiday. She does all that.
Kwanzaa?
She said, yeah, we do Kwanzaa every year. We set up everything. Like I know a little bit of. My mind just went blank. I know a little bit of Saeed, but yeah, we do Kwanzaa, all that. We do all the Black history stuff. We celebrate it all. But yeah, that was a good thing that my mom's a teacher because I ain't got to dispute the other teachers. But I've seen that before. I've seen kids who dispute teachers, especially not just history but science. You know how they say the big boom theory.
Hey man, look, these kids.
And I had a friend bring out the Bible and say the beginning God created the heaven and earth, not the big boom theory.
These kids these days are way more. They more advanced than us because it's more. The information is way more available.
So even if you try to erase it from school, it's still online.
Look,
still on TikTok,
I told
Instagram,
my wife already.
Google.
Shout out to my wife. She about to be a math teacher. You know. What I'm
congratulations! Get it, Mrs. McGay.
We've already been talking to her about.
We indulge in holiday savings.
Might have to
shut up, Nate.
We might have to start our own like homeschool and like have people. Y'all can bring y'all kids and we can teach.
All right, and make it a TikTok challenge so people can see it and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna join it."
Yeah,
the only way nowadays.
We should.
That's true. And see,
with certified teachers too. Parents,
they
don't take your kids out and homeschool your kids if you don't know how to. If you don't know math, if you don't know 2 + 2, you cannot homeschool your kids.
But see, what I'm saying is like you can start. Like I'm just gonna use Umar as an example. I'm just gonna use him as an example, Travis. Just look, you can do this in your house. You can do this in your house. You can use your house as a school, and you can set up a 501c3, a nonprofit, and you can start teaching. You can just start teaching. If you got teachers that's in there that has their degree, their certification, you can teach it.
Nate McGildy said, "Call it Tamika Hyde. You can come to school late and graduate on time."
Yeah, but like homeschool seriously is like right now. It's not even far from my mind.
My son,
just with everything, not even teaching.
Had the great African migration in there.
Right. Yeah.
But
hey, if we can get a book,
it was in Tennessee. It was in Tennessee. It's a great African migration, and now I had a moment where I wanted to go to school and say, "Yo, what is this?"
Right.
Because they literally had chapters of how we sailed over here to get to America for freedom.
Same for the Native Americans too.
Straight up, word for word in the textbook. And I had to tell my son, like, listen, this is 100% fake, and they're trying to make. But what happens is the people who have power, they can rewrite history. Now, I didn't want to. I thought about taking them out of school and doing homeschool, but I said no, because there's some things like calculus and stuff that he got to learn that I can't teach him.
Right.
But I can instill in him reality and show him proof. When I was in college, they showed me a PBS documentary called Eyes on the Prize. And it's word for word Martin Luther King talking about what they were going to do before they did it. And I showed it to him, so now he's seen it. Right. So he has that true knowledge. So no matter what the school tell him, he knows what's up and he's seen it.
Any teacher out there that's tuning in, if you want to send us a text
for wanting to vote,
right? We need one of those textbooks like that. For real. We need a textbook.
And then what's crazy is too, I had made this post a while back, but in some of the English books, there's something called African American language too. If you ever seen that, so that's like how we say certain stuff. We call it slang, but they call it African American language. And there's an English teacher who went back to school to get her master's. You see, there's actually a language called that. So there's Spanish, English, and African American language. So our slang is actually used to teach kids on how not to pronounce words.
Oh, wow!
If I can find the post, I'll show you guys.
You know what's messed up about that is that we're not even speaking proper English.
Exactly.
We're not.
Yeah.
So our English, that what we call English, is like it's a mixture of fucking old English and some other shit. Like we're not even talking right English, and you gonna try to disprove somebody using our slang? If we're talking fucked up, it's because of y'all. Yeah. Y'all taught us how to talk, motherfuckers. Exactly. We wasn't talking this bullshit when we came over here.
We wasn't.
Yeah, because they tell you even like back in school, like I got kicked out of 3 schools in my first semester of college just for like asking questions. And you know, when you go around to these different, whether it's schools or churches or whatever, you got these questions because now you feel like, okay, to a certain degree,
they gonna kick your ass out of church.
I don't know if I should, but this is on my brain. I feel like God is telling me, hey, I need to add certain things because I'm reading these books. Some don't make sense to a certain. You look at the time, okay, right. We were slaves, and now everything good. Then we had the black community. You know what I'm saying? We had you know what I'm saying? You had all these different black communities start to thrive after slavery, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Like we just here in 2021, and like what the now we got walking robots and talking and all this like I want to have my kid like.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is from experience. They will kick your ass out of church. They ain't gonna tell you to leave, but they gonna slowly make it to where you're not one. Cause I question
my church. My church is like one of the strictest churches.
I question, and I ain't questioning the deacon. I ain't questioning the usher. I'm questioning the pastor. You're supposed to be the head, you're supposed to be guiding the sheep, the shepherd and shit. If you out here saying, like, literally in my last time going to church, it was a sermon, and his guest preacher was like, and we are lucky because, we got grafted in because we the Gentiles. So in my head, I'm saying, what? But I actually said it. And I said, what? And everybody was like, they looked at me, and I was like, not right now. I'm like, but he lying. And then this dude was like, nah, bro, he telling the truth. I said, all right. He kept on going. After a while, he just kept on going. I got bumped out. So afterwards, my mom was like, just go talk to him and see if y'all can we'll talk to you. So I asked him, I said, hey, bro, look, I'm going to tell you, you did a good sermon, but there's some stuff that I don't agree with you about. He's like, okay, so what are you talking about? I said, first of all, how are we Gentiles? And he was like, you know what, man? Take my email down and send me the questions, and I'm going to get back to you. I like this, man. I like this. Never heard from him again. He ain't never come back to the church. Then I asked, so I said, okay, well, the pastor invited him. I'm gonna ask you. Y'all must be. I'm gonna ask him. I asked him the same thing. Same result. He was like, well, call me afterward. Call me later and we can sit down and talk about it. Why you can't just answer the question right now?
Yeah.
Why is it so hard? But see, when you get a 50C3, a lot of people don't know this. Certain 50C3s you can't talk against. Like if Lil Nas X come to church and they preach against him, he can go back and tell them they can lose their 50C3. So in certain stuff you can't teach him in church.
What's a 501c3?
It's for like a non-profit organizations.
Yeah.
So you get funding, tax breaks, shit like that. That's why
I don't question my pastor because I've seen him do some stuff that he know he wasn't supposed to do. So I just don't question him because I know he ain't holy. He ain't.
But see, look, this is my point. And I don't mean to bring this up.
I don't go to church, but they always say never go to church for man. Go for yourself. So we don't go to church for.
But let me ask you this:
you go to church for yourself. You should.
Why not just stay at home and read this shit yourself?
You can do that too. You can read the stuff yourself. That's true too.
That's why I stopped going. I'm like, if I'm gonna send somebody to hell, I'll send myself. I ain't gonna let you send me.
Why they say church is so important as a gathering is because they say when multiple people come in and they all agree with the Spirit of God, then that's when it's like, you know what I'm saying, the Spirit of God is supposed to be heavier. Now they say that you can stay at home, you know what I'm saying, do all those practices and read on your own, but they say it's just something different about when more than like that one scripture that says like it said that one scripture where it says one bring 1,000 like two bring 2,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they say it's important to go to church. Everybody can all agree, you know what I'm saying, within the Spirit of God and in the Spirit.
But two or more dwell.
I've seen that happen. Yeah. And I was a part of that.
Man.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta understand when those scriptures was wrote, people was actually following the commandments and shit. Nowadays, people don't give a. We can all be together and be talking about Jesus, but we all can be fucked up. You think he's gonna be in the midst of us? Nah, he ain't fucking with us right now.
Case in point. I came about what would be considered a cult.
Talk about
Coming about it. I can see, like, I've always like kind of like looked at, because I kind of married into it.
Okay.
It didn't look like that. It's masked as a church.
Is it a Baptist church?
No, Pentecostal church.
What kind of Pentecostal?
Pentecostal holy.
That's where I go.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. I can tell. It's not a slight.
You've been there.
I've been around.
We don't play.
And I feel you on that. On it, because I felt the presence of God in those arenas. Because a bunch of like-minded people, you know what I'm saying, were together. Beautiful. And especially if that's your spiritual path, you feel it.
Right.
You take hold of that. But then when some foul shit gets, you see people are not who they proclaim to be.
Oh yeah.
You see.
I see it all the time.
You see people that spent they hard-earned money shun family members. Look down on them. Look down their nose at them. People don't miss funerals, birthdays, graduations.
This is in Virginia.
See, I feel some sort of way about it.
This is here or Virginia?
No, this is
in Dallas.
It all started in Germany.
Oh,
you was in the middle. Oh, okay.
It all started in Germany. It all started.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the history of, matter of fact, Google Bishop Dr. Joseph White.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Church of the Living Lies International. Google that.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Damn.
I agree with you.
And then you see how you were a brother or whatever in Christ, or a son or daughter in Christ.
Yep.
You ain't nothing but a fucking dollar
Church
sign.
of the Living God Incorporated.
Because whatever happened between parties.
See, and I'm Church of
I
God
wasn't there.
Incorporated.
But what it showed me, and why I had to pull my family the fuck up out of there, is because it showed me that if I have, and I know I have a legitimate gripe, and it may just happen to be against one of the leadership, and y'all send the firing squad on me, that shows me I can't go to my leadership when I'm really feeling a certain way about something. Ain't nobody gonna believe me. You hoes gonna try to throw curses on me and my family and all this different type of fuck ass shit.
They gonna try to tell you.
I never been in leadership.
You know what I'm saying?
So
for nothing.
And no man.
That's why I don't go to. That's why I don't go to church.
No man on this planet has the authority, or the discernment to tell somebody whether they're going to hell or not.
Basically,
yeah. You got. I mean, think about some of the. Think about right. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Think about some.
The whole lodges.
Think about some of the characters in the Bible, bro. I'm talking about dudes that was basically pimps. That was basically pimps. That was basically killers.
Paul was murdering Christians.
But you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So he picked. So the whole pieces of it is that God picked the people who were consumed in their flesh the most,
basically,
and used them as his strongest warriors. Hence that saying, that cliche saying is God is strongest warriors, the worst battle, which is true. You know what I'm saying? But like Brother Man just said, if I'm going to a church and I can't show that I'm human to leadership, you know what I'm saying? But I do things wrong. I fuck up all of the time. But if I can't come to y'all and tell y'all that, and as opposed to them praying for me or, you know what I'm saying, encouraging me, I know ain't none of y'all niggas in here perfect. I know for a fact y'all not. But as opposed to y'all, you know what I'm saying, you could direct me to somebody that probably went through the same situation I went through. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where they can give me some insight because they've literally been through it, as opposed to on the outside looking in, like, nigga, you should do this. Like, no. Like, nigga, if I killed a nigga, you know what I'm saying, and I come back, I'm like, yo, I really fucked up. 9 times out of 10, it's a nigga in that church that got some type of felony. He got a murder charge or something like, or if I'm out here dealing kilos of cocaine, it's an extra in there too. Like, I'm trying to put my life on.
I got sit down to so many church positions.
You know what I'm saying?
So even to piggyback on Travis, not even with just the Pentecostal. If you look up the history of these Methodists and all that shit was started by slave owners. Yeah. So whatever your slave owner was, that's what you was. So that's why you got people that's Pentecostal. That's why you got Hispanics that's Catholic. You know what I'm saying? Because they all the Spaniards was practice Catholicism. Yeah. And I don't even know why it's still a Catholic church around.
All the bullshit they've been going.
You know what I'm saying? But it's tied into the system. It's tied into the system. It's not frowned upon until they get caught. They know the shit is going on. They know the shit is going on. But like you said,
I'm gonna read some of the comments. Shout out to Kusayego from Oregon. You haven't been able to tune in for a minute, but thank you for tuning in. Chris says it's a bunch of BS curses. The F. Mrs. Perry said they mixed the doctrine with the word and made it hard to separate the two. Manipulation at its finest. I agree with that. Like I said, I go to a strict church. I've been set down to a lot of positions. You know, they don't tell you why. They just sit you down, say we don't know who need you. I kind of know why. You know, I got my tats. I hide my tats.
But you gotta think about it also like this, like
too. So
if you,
I'm assuming that's why. But and also the fact they know what you. And then also they know what I do. I DJ at clubs on Sundays. That's frowned upon, but yet my pastor can be at strip clubs. That's another story. And stuff like that.
You gotta look at it as a just not even as a board game, but like look at it as you approaching somebody that's playing chess. You playing with an older gentleman. You young, whatever. You looking at the board like, you know what I'm saying? Your mind, you already know I could finesse this, but not knowing like this is an older gentleman. He's lived longer, so he already knows.
My pastor's not even that much older than me.
No, I'm not saying the pastor, but just overall, when you looking at anything, just there are certain rules and boards, and so while everybody is sitting here, they trying to finesse and trying to find the short. You playing chess the whole entire time, so you already know how the king, the queen, the pieces that's gonna get you to win that game. And then you may not win that one game, but there's so many other games that you can continue to come back and play. So when you look at it like that, like, okay, everything is a chess move. And it's like, okay, if I knew he was the owner or something and I'm playing for him, like let's say he had a sports team, whatever, and I'm playing for him, and I know he got all the key, like, why would he give me the knowledge for something that can set me free and I could probably even go find something better? Why would he do that? Because he knows I'm the key, you know what I'm saying? That's just like with him. If he's fighting, you the whole money maker, like they tell you, protect the person that makes, you know what I'm saying? Like you look at most of these rappers that's dying, like, because you didn't protect the key player. You just let them whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like when you lost that key player, like why would I set you free if I know I can still make a profit off of you, even after your death? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
man, they had a hologram smoke like 2 days afterwards, still performing like at Coachella. At Coachella, they have holograms. They have like Tupac. They got a hologram of Tupac performing Hail Mary.
I heard about the Tupac.
And see, people come in there to see that. So they still making money off of him. But like 2 days, 3 days after Pop Smoke passed away, they had him on that hologram.
How do you even do that? Because I seen a Michael Jackson hologram before,
They
like live, but like
they just pretty much they pretty much take one of your performances, make it into a hologram. So because it's not an actual, so they just duplicate it, but it's almost like making a cartoon movie. You got people that's voicing it, but then they just put action to the words. So they'll take Tupac's old concert and just make it into a hologram. So he's performing on the stage, walking around and everything,
Doing the same moves
and everything,
and all that.
but it's in a hologram form. They did the same thing with Pop Smoke, like quick, like it was too quick. It was scary quick. It was scary quick.
You think like Pop Smoke, he was probably like must be the hottest thing out. Because you got to think like right after that, that baby, Lil Baby, 50 Cent, like all that track came out that he was on. Yeah. Like they play it, that's in rotation all the time.
Forget those people who messed up his gravesite recently.
Oh yeah, that's disrespectful.
They tried to dig him up.
His mom,
like they broke the thing where because you know how they have the
where they sealed it.
And they broke it, and then I guess they tried to pull his casket out. But,
see, man, it's a different breed of dudes. It's a different breed of people in general. People are different. Now, my thing is, if somebody caught them doing that and they let them have it, now that person, I think in certain situations you should be allowed to kill them. Like it should be like
that's
a crazy somebody great.
Yeah,
like if somebody is willing to do that, imagine what they're willing to do to somebody standing in front of them.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So that's man.
That's
wild.
We wouldn't even think to do nothing.
I
wouldn't even think to do nothing like that.
I don't even like going to the graveyard.
Like I never heard nothing like that.
I know.
Happening
I don't do that.
when we was coming up. Yeah. Like if anything, people was getting popped at graves. Like,
they'll pull up.
They'll pull up, but they're gonna break.
Oh,
I mean, we really believed in scary movies like that when we was kids. Ain't no.
Yeah.
No, bro. That ain't even on my mind.
You want a picture of that? Go wait.
Nah, you can say it.
If y'all don't know, Fashion Week happened not too long ago. And, not only did we have basketball players, we had some rappers and other people, wearing skirts. But you gotta realize that's part of the Fashion Week. If you don't know Fashion Week, that's kind of what it does. That's kind of what it is. But you
gotta draw the lines.
You do gotta draw the line, but that's Fashion Week.
No skirts.
But
you don't have to draw the line?
No, you have to draw the line.
Oh, okay.
I don't care what week it is.
It's a Monday.
Russell Westbrook had on like a full fucking dress.
Listen, man. Lakers is my team.
He's always been weird to me, though.
What's that football player? Cam Newton, right?
Cam Newton.
But he did that 1 year.
I think he will kilt though, like an Irish kilt.
It was a kilt, but like he ain't been doing
wearing
that.
The fucking like Westbrook has on a goddamn gown.
Someone had a skirt on too. Gunner had a skirt on too, I think.
Man, look.
I think
Doug had a whole dress on.
Yeah, we talked about him.
Yeah, but that was different. That was different. Young Thug did it for clout. We had this discussion already.
We talked about this last
week.
week.
We're not bringing up Young Thug no more. Let's not mention him.
We talked
about him. Okay. Change the subject.
That's the agenda right there. To make it seem like, oh, he did it for a reason. No, that's called desensitization. No, you cannot desensitize a young black man.
It's like Lil Uzi Vert was at a gas station with a fucking tube top on and a damn skirt with some damn Timberland boots.
Come on, we gotta do the Lil Uzi dance.
Even when Nas he performed at the VMAs and he did his little speech, he's like, shout out to the gay agenda. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, what?
But I who said that?
I know it's real. I know it's real, but I think
that's what I'm saying. He's trolling people.
Yeah, I think that was
like with comments like that. You're trolling people.
He's trolling people.
I honestly think it's a gay agenda.
Everybody know that.
I'm not saying they trying to. I can't even say that.
No, say that. No, say that shit.
No, I was gonna say I can't say they not trying to force it, but they are.
Well, gay
That's what I was saying in the beginning.
Right.
They're trying to make babies gay.
They're doing like the community is doing everything they felt like we've been doing forever. Is throwing our values and what we feel like we think is okay to look at in they face the entire time.
And the reason why I think is
so that
the reason why I think they doing so much of a good job at it too is because some people are like, I'm just gonna ride with it because I know how strong the community is, and I don't want shit to happen to my business. I don't want them to say, hey, don't go shop at so and so, and then I lose out. So I think some people is going with it. I think the reason why Boosie can speak on it is because Boosie got so many avenues that people probably don't even know about. So it's hard to counsel him, and he's not attached to a label or anything. Like his last album, he dropped on a label that he started. Like he's you know what I'm saying? So
I think even still, the Boosie is just somebody you're not gonna ignore. Like you can't ignore Boosie. His voice is too loud.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bro, I think all that. I think that's bullshit. Because think about it. Think about when a white cops kill us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we gonna get them. We gonna get them paid. Well, okay, y'all suspended with pay, and then maybe 2-3 years later, maybe they go to jail or do X amount of time. That's not really worth the time that they should have did.
Yeah.
So it's like the shit that they're doing, the same way they trying to use that what we do as black culture, like how we push our shit, like yo, this is our shit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They using the same shit towards, like you said, like y'all said, with the gay agenda towards us. Like, okay, cool. But Boosie is using the same shit that they use because motherfuckers are still gonna keep killing us. The KKK still around.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? People still gonna support them.
Right.
You feel me? So Boosie standing up for what the fuck he was standing up for.
Right, and that's what that's what it is. You know, because like I'm not sure if you saw that Breakfast Club interview, right?
The one with Boosie?
Yeah, like just the recent one.
No, I ain't see the recent.
Okay, so I think we had talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Where Boosie had, I guess,
made comments about it.
Yeah, he I guess he made, like, they brought up comments, you know, that he made about Dwayne Wade's son and then like Lil Nas X and all of that. And he was like, listen, man, like, this is how, he like, it ain't nothing against the gay community. It's just how I feel. Like, I can have an opinion.
That's how I feel.
And then like I said, Charlamagne, who
he's a part of the fucking agenda.
Who makes it a point to fly that flag to try to turn everything into a homosexual conversation. Look at any guest that today's society would consider as
he got his ass.
I did see that.
Look at any of the individuals that today's society looks at as toxic masculinity.
Not only did he do that, if you notice, every interview, all his action figures are always in a gay position. Every interview.
Okay, I don't look at it.
I know this. Are you guys conflicting engaged with capitalism and multi-billion-dollar marketing industry?
Are we conflicting it?
That's what he said.
Like,
what do you mean?
Like, what you mean?
What do you mean conflicting?
What do you mean? Comment. Let us know. I'm busy. I'm busy.
Oh, there was one before.
I know.
Honestly, I think all that shit in cahoots.
It's tied in.
What up, Overtime Hustling? Thank you for
tied in, but I definitely think the agenda has been it's louder now. Right. I think it's always been there. It's just louder now.
It keeps getting because it has more people backing up. Like you said, even all these people, like you said, they just fully coming out. Hey, I'm gay. Like, nigga, we don't don't care. We came for a basketball game, football game, whatever. Like, we came to see, like, you play a good game. We don't care about what you do behind closed doors. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's irrelevant.
Motherfuckers on TikTok that get these big platforms, and then, like the dude, Conscious Lee.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking about the trans. If you like, if you meet a chick at the club and y'all get some drinks, this and this, and you go back to the crib and then you find out she's a transgender, and you be like, oh no, I'm not with that. That's called transphobia.
That's horrible.
That shit don't even make sense. You're like, no, they don't have to tell you nothing, because I'm like, bro, this. And I don't even want to say he gay, but I think he just a part of.
We have Briss Goals. I don't know who that is. Thank you for tuning in. It says, what do you think about the show Charlie Man coming out?
That's my
called The Truth and him hosting it.
Oh, Charlamagne got a new show.
Oh, Charlamagne. Okay, Charlamagne got a show coming out called Tell the Truth and him hosting it.
Yeah, he got a.
Think about it.
He got a show coming. I think it might be coming out like in a couple of days or something.
See, y'all pay attention to how Charlamagne moved ever since he got to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Like,
I never knew who he was until the Breakfast Club.
Well, he was with Wendy Williams.
I know he was with Wendy Williams.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He went from Wendy straight.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
He's come out and been very, very open about who he's wanting to align himself with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's no secret. The Jewish community runs the music industry.
That's right. They run up most of the.
And every head of a label, like whether it's Def Jam, whatever, with your Leo Cohen's and all of that, right? That is a Jewish friend,
right?
And they have what do you say? I call them beacons. Yeah, they place them in different genres.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
He's one of them.
Andrew Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Brilliant Idiots podcast shit? Andrew Schultz. Schultz is a Jew.
Yeah. It's actually
German. He's aligned, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's, you know,
yeah.
He's
He's
aligned himself.
Definitely got you
with him. So I don't know, Andrew. I'm not saying he anything, but I'm just saying like the way that
Charlamagne's setting himself up.
Charlamagne is all. There's one thing he has always said. He was doing Vlad TV, and one of the first time he did it. I'll never forget it. He said it was a point. I got what he was saying, but the way he said it, I knew what type of time he was on. Because he said, everybody talking about sellout. You can't sell out if nobody wants to buy in. He's just waiting for somebody to buy in. He's like, I'm trying to sell out. I'm just trying to wait somebody to buy in. He kept saying that.
So he's pretty much there.
He's pretty much there.
Yeah.
Because the Breakfast Club came out 2010?
Yeah,
it's not.
It's very young. It's only 11 years old
compared to other.
DJ Envy has been around double that.
Yeah,
he's hit every major label, radio station. He's always had his ear to the streets.
Yeah,
and in conversation. Too, Angelique,
the same thing, right?
Exactly.
Tell me how
he
leapfrogs Envy.
Because
Envy is supposed to be. He's the one that navigates.
He's like the clean cut type dude.
I'm just saying. I've been paying attention to how.
Nah, you're right. I never put it together, but nah, you're right. You definitely right. I see all his interviews, and yeah, I can tell he's. I can't tell 100% that it is what I think it is, but
it's there.
I'm at least 50. Like I feel like Terrence Howard. I might be wrong, but I know I'm right.
Well, I want to give a shout out one more time for Overtime Hustling for tuning in. Speaking of Overtime Hustling, I think this Friday, right?
Yeah, isn't this Friday?
Let us know. I think this Friday, Travis is going to be on one of their podcasts. Also on the 25th, you can catch Where You Ask podcast at this fight. We sponsor the boxer because we got money like that. No, we don't. We
know what I'm
saying? So you want to sponsor us too. And then also on the 26th of September, we will be on Radio Active Podcast, the podcast that comes underneath us. Shout out to AC
No,
and
you're right.
Number One. We love you guys. And then I think, and then pretty soon we also gonna be on
season 3. We getting prepared for season 3.
Season 3. So if you want to be a guest on season 3, Will You Ask Podcast, all you have to do is inbox us
now.
Inbox us now. We are setting up. We already got our first guest set up. So inbox us and let us know why you should be on Will You Ask Podcast. Because if you're gonna sit there and be cute and be light skinned, we don't need you. You gotta come on the show and talk. No shade. Actually,
that was
direct.
Hold on.
I see shade. Because you don't need
I don't like the fact.
But shade.
I don't like the fact that y'all motherfuckers always say no offense and then say some shit offensive like she shot straight me off so much. She shot straight.
But yeah, and then pretty soon I'm turning up.
You don't like light skinned people.
I do love light skinned people.
No,
my youngest sister,
you secretly hate light skinned.
My youngest sister's light skinned. I love light skinned people. I don't hate light skinned.
You probably wish you was out
there. No, not really.
You ain't never thought that in the back of your mind.
She should have shot at light skinned people every episode.
Like a lot. I bet you throw light skinned insults at your little sister.
Actually, I don't. I don't.
We gotta ask.
I bet you use that lion meme and tagging him. I bet you do.
Guilty.
No, I don't. Actually, don't.
It's just a man that you do it to. Okay.
Oh yeah. It's just the dudes.
So I see the agenda now.
Pretty soon, I'm setting up an interview for us to be on Urban Street. Shout out to Cheryl Metal and Mickey Sweet. We're gonna be on there soon. Yeah. If you want us, well, you asked to be on your podcast, hit us up. We'll definitely be a guest on your podcast. Cool. Soon we should be on the Glorious Rappers podcast. They were on our show. Hopefully we can be on the Cheap Suit podcast soon. They were on our show. Shout out to all our guests. Shout out to Amaru for being a guest on our show and dropping that diss track against D. Now got to drop words against him. Now D got to drop a diss track against him.
No, I'm not. It's gonna be against you. You put him up to it. So now I gotta
put him up to it.
I gotta go as the producer.
But hey, he was in on it too, because he knew about it.
Well, of course, just like y'all knew about y'all was in on it with mine.
Who brought it to who? You brought it to him.
No, it was a mutual decision.
No, she brought it to me.
No, I hit him up in the group. I hit him up in the
Who
chat.
paid for the studio time?
It was free. I hit him up. I hit him up, and I was like, Travis, you know what? He was like, you already know. And I was like, you know. He was like,
no, that ain't how that went at all. That ain't how that went at all. How that went at all. You hit no.
Come on, Travis.
No.
That's why he on
when you brought it to me, I was like, oh yeah, it's about that time for somebody to get
right.
it. So I'm like, okay.
Because the first prank we had didn't go well. Should we tell them what the first prank was?
No, it didn't go well.
No, against
you. We was,
so the first prank we had was okay. This is our first prank. So let me tell you, if you don't know D is a man. I thought I was a Converse fan. He's a bigger Converse fan.
The boy got the tattoo.
So he has this one pair of white and red Converse that he always wears. So our prank was we're gonna have your wife hide them, and then we're gonna tell you that's all we're saying white and red Converse that day. You were not gonna be looking for them, and we bought a fake pair. We was gonna burn them and write on a fake pair to make it seem like we destroyed your new pair.
Yeah, no, that's.
I'd rather take the diss off.
I know. He would cry.
I quit.
He would have been flipping lights, everything.
He would have been ready to fight.
Film with the computer. Give me my phone.
Especially if he thought that was his shoe.
He would have been like, it's my phone.
Yeah, that was it.
He had this whole thing conspired.
Damn.
But also, hopefully for season 3, we've been talking about it, but we never got a chance because when you are a wife, you are busy. I don't know that. I'm not a wife, but when you're a wife, and you got kids, you are busy. But hopefully we can get this couple thing to see which couple know each other the best, because that's gonna be dope. If you have any game idea you want to give us for season 3, let us know. Something I can do that I'm gonna win, since I haven't really done game night.
Don't give us no game that's hard.
I want to give them a chance
no
to
easy
host,
game.
and I'll play game night.
She's the only one that ain't played the game.
I know, so I want to play game night. So let us know. And this time, season 3, we are not bringing no more side bets into season 3. We are leaving that alone. We're not. But we're gonna have fun in season 3. Shout out to C Real 2 Ill for our intro track.
Oh yeah.
For our intro track. Shout out to him. We're gonna have a music video shot soon. So if you feel like you know the words to our intro track and you want to be on our music video, no, Nate, you cannot be in our music video.
We need some bottles though, Nate.
But we do for what?
For the
No, we don't need no bottles for the video. Don't listen to him.
Don't worry, I got some.
No, you don't. He don't know.
I got
He
four in
ain't
the house.
creative director. He don't know. Anybody here to see you? They ain't here to see you. They here to see Otis. You ain't Otis.
I'm the nobody here. I'm Otis. I'm the Jewish owner.
Good. I am DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
It's your boy D, aka Mr. Hey man, look.
Mr. Not Live at 5.
Check out the jersey, man. I just wanted to.
Mr. Not Live at 5.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, say your name correctly. Mr. Not Live at 5.
Hey man, I might for season 3. We gonna try to do some giveaways. We planned on that this season, but it was all over the place. It was.
It's because COVID. Let's make COVID.
Yeah, this season kind of.
But no, we are gonna do giveaways, bigger stuff, more events. October, big event coming soon. Big Blue Diamond. This is D, Not Live at 5. This is Travis, who's supposed to be on my team, but he's not. He might be. He might get dismissed for season 3. He can't pick sides.
Hold up.
Show the shirt off.
I'm joking. I pray my daughter never fits the description. Black.
Stand in front of the camera so they can see it.
If someone wants that shirt, where can they get it from?
Hit up A Monique Designs on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
A Monique Designs.
And I ain't telling y'all where I got the jersey from.
He made it.
And I just got this sexy black man Jordan. I'm not sure that. He was sexy, but not anymore because Lloyd Harvey has him now, so he's a hoe.
Oh,
but anyway,